cupboard and set them on a tray next to the pitcher of cocoa. Cosima had gone back to bed because the baby had roused her at 5 a.m. Her whole life had changed completely since the birth of Zofia Gabriela last December. The first shock at the news that he and Cosima were going to be parents again had brought a sense of happy anticipation, which then gave way to apprehension. Lawrence and Rosalie were 23 and 19, respectively, grown up and done with school. How would it be to start over again? Could he and Cosima even do it? Would the child be healthy? Bodenstein's secret concerns had proved groundless. Cosima had continued to work until the day before the delivery, and the reassuring results from a test of her amniotic fluid had been confirmed when Zofia was born. The baby was perfect in every way, and now, after scarcely 4 months, Cosima was going to the office every day, taking the baby with her in a carrier. Actually, Oliver mused, it was all much easier than it had been with Lawrence and Rosalie. Sure, he and Cosima had been younger then and more energetic, but they hadn't had much money and lived in a small apartment. At the time, he had also sensed that Cosima was depressed about having to give up her job as a TV reporter, which she loved. "Why are you up so early anyway?" he asked his eldest daughter. "It's Saturday." "I have to be at the castle at 9, Rosalie replied. "We have a gigantic event today. A champagne reception and then a 6-course dinner for 35 people. We're giving a party for one of Grandma's friends who's celebrating her 85th birthday." Aha. After finishing her exams last summer, instead of going to university, Rosalie had decided to serve an apprenticeship as a cook at the elegant restaurant owned by Oliver's brother Quentin and his wife Marie-Louise. To her parents' surprise, Rosalie was full of enthusiasm about the job. She never complained about the barbaric working hours or her strict and choleric boss. Cosima suspected that it was this very boss, the temperamental star chef Jean-Yves Sinclair, who was the real reason behind Rosalie's choice of work. "They've changed the menu, the wine list, and the number of guests at least 10 times. Rosalie put her coffee cup in the dishwasher. "I'm anxious to know whether they've come up with any more changes." The telephone rang. At 8:30 on a Saturday morning, that seldom boded well. Rosalie picked it up and soon returned to the kitchen with the cordless phone. "For you, Dad," she said, holding the phone out to him, and then leaving with a brief wave. Oliver sighed. He supposed nothing was going to come of his planned walk in the Taunus and a pleasant dinner with Cosima and Zofia. His fears were confirmed when he heard the tense voice of Detective Inspector Pia Kirchhoff. "We've got a body. I know I'm on call today, but maybe you should take a brief look, boss. The man was a big shot, and an American." It was sounding a lot like a ruined weekend. "Where?" Bodenstein asked curtly. "It's not far. Kelkheim. The address is Drosselweg 39A. David Goldberg. His housekeeper found him at around 7:30 this morning." Bodenstein promised to hurry, then took Cosima her hot chocolate and broke the bad news to her. "Dead bodies should be banned on weekends," Cosima murmured with a big yawn. Oliver smiled. Not once in their 24 years of marriage had his wife ever reacted with anger or displeasure when he suddenly had to leave, ruining their plans for the day. She sat up straight and grabbed the cup. "Thanks. Where do you have to go?" Oliver took a shirt from the wardrobe. "Over to Drosselweg. I could actually walk. The man is named Goldberg, an American. Pia Kirchhoff is afraid it might get complicated." "Goldberg," Cosima said with a frown. "I've heard that name recently, but I can't remember where. Apparently he's some big shot." Oliver decided on a tie with a blue pattern and slipped on a jacket. "Oh yes, now I remember," said Cosima. "It was Mrs. Schönemark at the flower shop. Her husband delivers fresh flowers to